What is up, guys, and welcome to FPL Today and this wildcard video for Double Game Week 34, where, yes, I'm most likely going to play my wildcard this week for the end of the season run-in, and this is the plans that I have in place currently, although they are, of course, subject to change. But before we get into the meat and bones of this video, please do hit that like button and subscribe. And also in the comments down below, let me know what your strategy is for the end of the season, what chips you have left, and if you still have a wild card to play. And also check out top link in the description, a sign up for the potential Telegram for FPL Today, where we can keep in touch and talk about FPL and football in general. So go check out that link, just sign up to the mailing list, and I'll let you know when that goes live. Anyway, this is the current team that we have set up for Double Game Week 34 if we didn't play our wild card. And as you can see, we've got Dubravka in goal with Norwich away. We've got Trent and Salah and Robertson all with Everton at home. We've got Davies and Byrne joining them in defence. Brentford away for Davies. Norwich away like Dubravka for Byrne. We have Maddison and Barnes, which was from, of course, Double Game Week 33. We'll see if that pays off, but Maddison and Barnes neither started the game against Newcastle, which is just fantastic. And of course, Bruno Guimaraes comes in and shows that he's the one that should have been picked for this game week. But hopefully, Maddison and Barnes do something going into their second game. We had Son, of course, who didn't manage to do anything in his game against Brighton Hove Albion. And then we have Mateta and Adams up front, with Leeds at home for Mateta and Brighton Hove Albion away for Adams. So that is how we would have lined up first 11 for Double Game Week 34 if we didn't play our wildcard. As you can see, no Double Game Week players. So will that change looking at our wildcard? Well, the players that survived the wildcard would be Dubravka, because he's significantly cheaper than a lot of the goalkeepers and does have potential for clean sheets. Yes, Newcastle do concede goals still, but I do like Dubravka as my second choice goalkeeper, and he'd probably start in Game Week 34. And we have the two Liverpool boys of Trent and Mohamed Salah surviving. Robertson, unfortunately, getting the cut just because of money reasons. I'm quite happy with Robertson. He's done the business for me, but he must go for this wildcard. And then Mateta stays in the front line with that Leeds at home fixture. And just generally, there's not many good budget strikers out there available this season. So he seems as good an option as any and does have some goal scoring form currently. So, joining Trent in defence, we do have Veltman against Southampton at home. Brighton Hove Albion look to be getting back to their defensive best. And to be honest, I would have preferred Cucurella or Lamptey, but we can't really afford those two with the other players we're bringing in. That is because we're also bringing in Cancelo with Watford at home. This is, of course, with in mind the fact that Man City will have a double game week. It's just not been announced yet. I do think some Man City coverage is needed as they push on to try and win the title and try and stay ahead of Liverpool. We also have Reece James. Chelsea have the best fixtures out of most teams in the Premier League at the moment, and of course a double game week in 34 of West Ham at home and then Man United away. Both sides aren't that great defensively, although I could see Chelsea concede some goals. I could see Reece James get some assists and maybe even pop up with a goal in these games. Then in midfield, we've got Mason Mount joining Reece James. This could be Kai Havertz. I haven't quite decided on a nailed-down decision here. Mason Mount is slightly cheaper, but I do think it's important to get some Chelsea boys on board. Now they're out of the Champions League, hopefully they'll be focused on just as strong a finish in the Premier League as possible, and we're hoping Mason Mount does get some points on the board. We also have Kulusevski at the moment. Now, I'm not sold on Kulusevski. I would, of course, prefer Son or Kane, but with the other moves I've made with this wildcard, I can't really afford either of them at the moment. Kulusevski is some Tottenham coverage, but potentially we could go somewhere else other than Kulusevski. But he is in there because we want to have Ronaldo for Double Game Week 34 and then transfer him out soon after. I've gone too many double game weeks without owning Ronaldo, and it's hurt me both times. So hopefully this time, even if he doesn't do that well, it won't hurt me this game week. He may even get the captaincy armband. Arsenal don't look as good as they did a couple of weeks ago. And of course, Chelsea at home. Who knows what could happen with Man United? They don't look a good outfit at the moment, but Ronaldo is, of course, Ronaldo and capable of getting on the score sheet. And then we have Mateta, joined by Tony. Now, Ivan Toney for Brentford. Brentford have looked good recently. I fancy them to have a strong finish to the season. And to be honest, there isn't, again, many good options out there for budget strikers. So Tony with Ericsson joining that side, I just think potentially Tony could get a lot of points at the end of this season. And then finally on the bench, we do bring in Gator from Crystal Palace. We think that could be our main goalkeeper going into the end of this season, ahead of Dubravka. We are, of course, trying to save some money on the budget. Crystal Palace do have that double game week in 37, which is Aston Villa and Everton. Leeds, Southampton and Watford before. We do fancy Gator to get some points there. We've got Odegaard coming in purely because of price. Would we prefer Saka? Potentially. We could take a punt on Martinelli, but Odegaard seems pretty nailed on in that side at the moment. And, of course, Arsenal do have the double game week in game week 36 with that Leeds and Tottenham game. So Odegaard is there. He's on the bench at the moment. Who knows if he comes on for the Man United game? I doubt it. And he is joined by Ramsey for Aston Villa. Again, that's a budget choice. Although, if we could go up to Bruno Guimaraes, we could look at that. And we also have Tyreek Mitchell as our fifth defender. Again, Palace look like they have a good run into the end of the season and have a double game week in 37. What are the issues with this wildcard? To be honest, Leicester City coverage is something I'm really considering because, of course, you do have double game week 36 and 37. I could go with someone like Maddison and just hope he gets enough fixtures in that time, but the benching of them in the last game does concern me a lot. I think they'll be focused on Europe. We have the Spurs lot. Liverpool-Arsenal isn't a great double game week, but they have good fixtures either side of that, and I'm not sure Kulusevski is enough coverage for that. We have Aston Villa. I don't know who to go with from Aston Villa. Coutinho was my shout earlier on in the season, but I just don't know which player from that team is going to get me the points, but they have two double game weeks in 36 and 37. Another question would be, do we get some sort of Everton coverage? Maybe Anthony Gordon could be our cheap midfielder with Leicester and Watford, then Brentford and Crystal Palace as two double game weeks in 36 and 37. But I suppose the thing that stands out to me most and is fixable once this double game week 34 is out of the way is the fact of Ronaldo in the side over the likes of Son or Kevin De Bruyne or Harry Kane. So, after this game week, it could be a hold transfer for one game week, or it could be a -4 to get Ronaldo out the side for a premium that I prefer over Ronaldo. Salah also is, for the first time this season, potentially at risk because Sadio Mane does look like he's back on fire at the moment and could be outperforming the likes of Salah. Who knows, maybe even a Salah Mane double up could be the way we go, although that seems a bit too much. All my eggs in one basket for me. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into this video. If you like the video, please hit that like button. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And also subscribe if you want more FPL videos. And check out that link, top link in the description, to join the mailing list for the future FPL Today Telegram channel, where we can talk more FPL daily. And hopefully you guys will join that and we can build a great community together. With all that being said, I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.